today at what's called function composition, where you apply the effects of one function onto another. This happens anytime you go to the store and they're having a sale. They will take what you're buying and calculate the sale price. That's one function. And then they'll take that answer and add on to it the tax that you have to pay. So the tax is another function, and then that gives you your total price that you have to pay. To demonstrate this, we're going to use the same two functions that we used yesterday, the f function, which is the parabola x squared plus 5x minus 6, and the g function, which is the absolute value, the v, of 2x minus 3. Now, there's two notations for function composition. Either at the bottom of your page, a whole bunch of parentheses, or the little circle doohickey in between the two function names, f circle g, g circle f. Now, you've seen this notation last year in geometry when you did transformations. You do one transformation, then do another transformation. Same is true here on functions. We're going to do one function and then another. But you have to decide which function goes first. How we decide that is, I say that this little circle doohickey is representing the word following. So I would read f circle g of 4 as f is following g of 4. That means that f is coming after g. If f is following g, g is in the lead, and f is coming later. So we are going to evaluate g of 4 first. In this case, we're using the g function, so this will be absolute value of 2 times 4 minus 3. Absolute value of 8 minus 3 is 5. Absolute value of 5 is 5 places away from 0. And once we have that answer, that output for g of 4, we're going to take that answer of 5 and plug it into the other function, function f. So in this case, we're going to be doing 5 squared plus 5 times 5 minus 6, which would be 25 plus 25 is 50, take away 6 is 44. F following g of 4 is equal to 44. The next problem off to the right, notice I'm using the same input of 4, but now I've switched the order of the functions. G is following f, so that means f is in front and g is coming behind. F of 4 we will evaluate by plugging 4 into the f function, which would be 4 squared plus 5 times 4 minus 6. That'll be 16 plus 20 is 36, take away 6 is 30. And now we're going to take that output of 30 and plug it into the g function. The absolute value of 2 times 30, take away 3, is going to be 60, take away 3 is 57, and the absolute value of 57 is 57. When we plug 4 into f, and then that answer into g, the final answer is 57. Now down below, see, you can think about this like order of operations. We want to do inside parentheses first, and then work our way out. In this case, g of negative 2 is inside the most amount of parentheses, so that's where we're going to start. G of negative 2 will be the absolute value of 2 times negative 2 minus 3, which will be the absolute value of negative 7, and negative 7 is 7 spots away from 0. And then we'll take that answer of 7 and plug it into the first function, f. And when we evaluate that, it'll be our final answer. 7 squared plus 35 is 84. Take away 6. Should make 78. Pause the video and see if you can evaluate g of f of 0. When you plugged in 0 into f, hopefully you got negative 6 as the output. And when you input that into the g function, the absolute value of 2 times negative 6 minus 3 should equal positive 15.